Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I'm going to go over what I think is one of the most powerful spells in V Rising. And this spell comes from the Ferocious Bear V Blood enemy that is level 36, so you'll need around item level 36 to track and kill this boss. And this boss gives you a new vampire spell called Bear Form, which allows you to transform into a bear. It increases your resistances by 25, increases your movement speed by 15, and reduces damage taken by 25%, and unlike the wolf transform, you don't get taken out of bear form when you take damage. But the most important part, and the reason I want to go over this, is because you also regenerate health slightly quicker while in this form, and that very much downplays how quickly bear form will heal you. Now this heal does only work when you're out of combat, so if you get hit by something and you're in combat, the extra healing from bear won't be working, but once you're out of combat, you start healing a lot quicker than normal. And not only does this extra healing from your bear form heal up your actual health, but it increases how quickly your maximum health is healed as well. And if you don't understand how this system works, essentially when taking damage over time, you'll lose some maximum health. The health you can actually heal up is shown as a black bar next to your blue bar, which is your health. So after being in combat or taking damage, you'll need to heal up your maximum health as well. And being in the bear form massively increases how quickly you're going to heal your max health and your actual health. And this is really strong in general. Say you go wipe out a camp and take a bunch of damage, what you can do, turn into bear form and walk to the next camp in bear form, and you'll get massive increases in healing. You'll heal up a lot quicker, you'll heal your max health a lot quicker, and you can just sit in this bear form and it doesn't use any additional resources. And another reason this is so good, because this allows you to not use up your blood to heal your health and maximum health. And for this system, you have your blood that you either drink from different enemies out in the world, you drink from rats, or random hearts you get from looting enemies. And that fills up your blood meter in the center of your screen. Now, normally, if you take a ton of damage from a fight, the best way to heal yourself up would be to get out of combat and use your blood mend vampire power that consumes your blood meter, but recovers a percentage of your health. And when you're out of combat, it will also keep increasing your max health through that healing as well. But say you went out in the world, found a 100% enemy to drink their blood, so now you got this big buff. But then you go into a fight, take a ton of damage. You don't want to use blood mend because that's going to consume a ton of your blood from that 100% enemy you just drank the blood of. So what you can do is go sit in bear form out of combat. That's going to massively increase your regeneration of your health and your maximum health and allow you to not have to use pretty much any resources to do this. And this is easily one of the strongest utility abilities I have seen in the game. Nothing has sped up our farming or combat more than getting bear form and being able to just get done with a fight, pop into bear form, and sit there for a little bit without using any resources to heal up, or walk to the next farm spot and have max health by the time you get there. It massively increases the speed at which you can go get into combat, and if you're quick with getting into bear form out of combat, this will allow you to just stay a lot higher health a lot more of the time when you're on a PvP server, because you never want to be super low when on a PvP server because someone could come attack you at any time. So sitting in bear form right after you're done with the combat, you're going to be healing up very, very quickly. And that's just the first part. I think that's the most important part and why this is one of the strongest spells in the game. But the bear also has an additional feature. So the bear actually has attacks, one just being a normal swipe, but the other one being your Q, which is a big slam down. Now there are parts in the game where you have to use either an explosive or the bear slam down to get into certain areas. Like there's certain camps out in the world that are protected by gates, and you either need to go craft an explosive or use your bear Q, and your bear Q will destroy that gate and allow you into that camp. There are also some additional hidden passages in the game that will be blocked off by big rock structures that you can also use the bear Q on to get through. So there's some additional utility on top of what I think is an incredibly strong health regen. Now for the boss fight itself, I would recommend, if you're playing solo, to have the actual item level of the bear's level, because this bear is a decently hard boss. If you're with a duo or a quad, it'll be a lot easier, but solo you may need to be at the bear's item level or a little bit higher. Now this boss fight is actually really simple, but still very difficult. So the bear still has a bunch of basic attacks that will just follow you around and swipe at you. Those don't really hit that hard, but the difficulty comes in with the boss's abilities. So first off, the boss has a big slam down where it'll slam at a circle in front of it. Make sure you're not in that. You can knock back the boss to cancel that, but he does that quite a bit. And after he slams the ground, he will create expanding circles of falling debris that goes away from the boss. So you have to keep dodging those, either go far range away from the boss or go in closer to the boss. Then the boss also has a big charge where he will pick a direction, usually directly at you, and do a big charge, knocks you back, does a lot of damage. You will want to save your dodge for that. That's one of his hardest hitting attacks. And then the boss will also periodically do a roar, which enrages himself, which gives increased movement speed and makes him attack faster. And this is when it gets really hard, because it becomes really hard to constantly dodge all the attacks when the boss is enraged like that. And that's a part where it becomes really hard, because if you're not geared enough for this, you will just be taking too much damage when the boss enrages to be able to kill it. But if you're geared up to item level 36, which is what the boss is, or even slightly higher as a solo player, you shouldn't have that big of a deal killing this boss and getting bear form. And you also see the location in this video. But that's pretty much all I want to go over for the bear form. I think it's an incredibly strong utility skill, the strongest I've seen in game to allow you to heal up very quickly without having to use your resources. So subscribe if you want to see more V-Rising or other videos. Leave a like if you like the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about bear form, and thanks for watching.